lot of our projects are literally a customer calls and they have the job, and now they're, 4 weeks out from having the job done, and they realize they're not gonna get it done and they need help. A lot of times if my guys are busy for the next 2 weeks, I can't even look at the job. Whereas this, I can look at certain parts of it and be like, hey, I could bang out 300 of these things for you, no problem.
Probably cut our time down 2 to 3 times. And the fatigue on the welder is substantial too. Because we're a custom fab shop, if we run more than 50 pieces of something, that's a lot for KYJO Steel. Being a Cobot and the easy of programming, you pick your start point, you pick your end point, you pick your weld size. Doing small runs of 5 or 10 pieces is not a problem.
We have 9 guys that are welding full-time here in our CWB certified shop. Sometimes customers want us to look at larger production parts, and before we weren't able to do that, kind of shied away from doing larger batch parts. We had a specific product that has been really rapidly increasing for our customer. We were taking 2 well-skilled laborers to be able to do. If we can simplify this and get these guys back on some of our other projects rather than tying up their expertise on that kind of stuff, then free them up and take on some more projects.
The repeatability is amazing on the Cobot. Once you've created a program and you have the parts set, you get the same weld every time. We did a couple of custom products here this past summer, which was a stainless steel dish head, and it had a 2-inch flange welded into it with multipass. And we set the Cobot up and it started at the bottom of the root and continuously did all 8 passes, perfect weld, no stop starts. If we had done that by hand, we would have had a start stop, at least 2 on every pass that we would have had to grind out, clean, and start again. The one weldment we do, there's some vertical ups and it's tight for the welder to get in, and it's hard on the body to reach in and weld, where the Cobot can do it and doesn't complain about it. And other ones is where we do round pipes and stuff. We weld around a circle. Well, a person can't weld 360 degrees around a 2-inch pipe. They have to do a start-stop, where the Cobot can make that whole revolution in one pass. No start-stops, which is cost savings, clean.
If you go with a good, reputable company like Vectis, you pick up the phone, you send an email, whatever, the people are there to help you and in a timely manner and tell you whether they can actually do it or whether they can't do it. It's something that we would invest more in and look at buying another system just because of the ease when you need it, it's there, and the fact that it's proven itself that it's very user-friendly once you get used to where the things are. I'm not a tech-savvy kind of guy. I'm kind of old school and like doing everything by hand, and didn't really see a place for any of the technology like this. But it wasn't until I got to the Vectis booth, that another booth that I went to and I looked at, they had a lot of user guides that were there, but then when I spoke to the other person, they didn't really have the technical side or the trade side of it. Yeah, like I said, when I went to the Vectis booth, they were like not afraid to just go over to the machine and do it right then and there, right in front of you, let you play with it, kind of show you how it worked, and that's what drew me to it.
Luke went to FabTech and did some more research and met with Vectis and a few competitors. He came back and he's like, yeah, this is what we need to do, and this is a lot better option. Literally, you took it out of the box, you bolted the things together, you put the welder to it, you put the power to it, and you were running. Finding the person who wants to learn it and be the champion of that piece of equipment is sometimes a little challenging, but once you find that person that has that niche and wants to learn it, it's amazing how they learn it and make the thing work and be successful with it. It's very important to find someone who has that interest.
So I started as a co-op kid in grade 12. I was here for a few weeks before Kent offered me a part-time job here. He really liked my work ethic. I'm eligible to do my Red Seal now, so now I've been working here for 9.5 years. I'm always interested in advancing my career. I'd like to basically gain as much knowledge as I can in the industry I've chosen. So this was a big leap forward. No experience with robotics or automation, just welding through my high school and college. Most of it was relatively easy in comparison to what I thought it was going to be.
I'm pretty sure pretty much everybody in this world has had issues with labor shortages. That's kind of a given thing. The skilled trade is a tough world to find good skilled people. And that's the advantage of the Cobot. You can have your skilled guy help get it set up, and then you can have a less skilled person running the machine.
We're a small shop, so we have somebody away sick or something like that at a bigger impact than, say, a shop with 100+ people working in it. We can pull somebody from the rolling shop side or ask for extra help pretty much anywhere, and they can just run the program to help us out.
You know, with the seam tracking, you don't have to worry about the guy who's watching it, who's not as qualified as somebody else who welds all the time, that he's going to lift his helmet and realize that it wasn't on the seam the whole time. Because we're welding so many variations of things, so many different thicknesses and stuff, that's why we decided to go with the liquid-cooled multipass unit. It's been great for us. We're welding some pieces that are only, you know, 1/8 thick, 11 gauge, or all the way down to 12 gauge, and doing 1/8 passes on them, and then we're doing some parts that are 1.5 inches thick and doing, you know, 3/4 inch multi-passes on, and this is just switches from one to the other with ease. So.
Vectis offered a lot of programming solutions for us that a lot of the other companies were still working on or just didn't offer.
They kind of thought a little bit outside of the box of positioning, how we could position it, how the program would work, the different options, and really gave us the confidence that made me believe that they were that much further advanced than everyone else, because they said even if they didn't have the option now, that it was forever changing, and that those were the type of things that they were moving forward to. Whereas when I looked at some of the other systems, it seemed like they were kind of 2 or 3 steps behind.
If we don't keep moving ahead in the world with automation, we're going to go left behind. We'll probably have a second and a third one going forward. If you're on the fence, talk to Vectis. They're very good at giving you solutions, giving you ideas. They like to think outside the box and come up with solutions. Do your research, find something that works for you, find a champion in the shop that's going to take that technology and help you move ahead.